everyone, today we're doing a food tour here in Berkeley. So Berkeley has an amazing Asian and Mexican food scene, much thanks to the university and the international community around here. So everything that we're hitting up today is going to be south of University Avenue, which includes downtown, as well as some areas of South Berkeley near campus. These areas include some of the most popular food spots, as well as some of my all-time favorites, from steamy bowls of noodles to Michelin-recommended Thai food and Peking duck. And if you guys like videos like this and want to see more food tours around the Bay Area and beyond, please give me a thumbs up. That would seriously help the channel. And yeah, let's get chonk. So right now we're here at Noodle Dynasty. This place is totally family owned and they opened just a few years ago. They specialize in all kinds of Chinese noodle dishes, especially noodle soups. This is actually my first time trying this place out and I'm super excited because I always see long lines of Chinese students outside the restaurant. That's how you know it's hella legit. So today we're gonna try their chili wontons as well as their signature spicy brisket noodle soup. So right here we have the chili wontons. It's basically shrimp and pork wontons tossed in chili oil. It looks so beautiful. Let's give it a try. Wow, the flavor in here just punches you straight in the face. It's so complex. The sauce in here is just so beautifully balanced with that savory heat from the chilies. And then you're also getting this nice tangy kick from the black vinegar. So every bite is really rich, but also extremely bright. And the scallion and sesame garnish in here just gives it that pop of fragrance. I'm also really impressed by the wonton skin here. It's extremely delicate, really thin. It just wraps nicely around that filling that is kind of bouncy and springy. That combination of pork and shrimp just adds such great texture and flavor. And then when they're tossed in that chili oil, it's just so aromatic. It's such a good bite. Really, really good. And here we have the absolute star of the show. This is the beef brisket noodle soup. So the beef brisket is slow simmered in here and I picked thick noodles to pair with the bone broth. I'm gonna start with the broth first. Oh my God. It's definitely spicy. Okay, I'm back. First of all, this broth is literally mooing. You can just tell that the beef is slow cooked in here because of that rich beefy flavor. And since it's also pretty spicy, it's definitely warming and hearty. Now I'm gonna try the brisket. Oh wow, it basically melts in your mouth. This is really impressive. It's just so tender, so flavorful, and there's so little tendon in here. It just literally falls apart as you bite into it. It's also braised super well, so you're definitely getting that sweetness from the braised sauce. Overall, it's very sweet and savory, which is exactly how I love my meats. And the radish pairs so well with the noodle soup because it counterbalances that sweet savory note with the earthy tone. This is incredible. And now let's try the noodles, which is what we came here for. Wow. After biting these noodles, I seriously get the hype about this place. They're so perfectly cooked. It has this nice QQ texture to it, nicely al dente. And I think what makes these noodles stand out for me is actually how well they soak up the soup. Not all kinds of noodles do that, but this one does it incredibly. The noodles themselves are springy, bouncy, and yet they have a great flavor to it. That's when you know the noodle dough is really, really well done here. And when you combine everything together, that rich beefy broth, the tender brisket, as well as those QQ noodles, it's just so full of flavor and balance. It's tangy, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's beefy. It hits every note. Honestly, an incredible bowl of noodles. So right now we're here at Taco Sinaloa, a local legend here in the East Bay. They actually started out as a taco truck in Oakland back in 1999. Until this day, they're still run by the Bueno family and there's multiple joints here in the East Bay. They've even earned a Michelin Bib Gourmand as well as a visit from Warriors legend Steve Curry, which tells you all you need to know about how beloved this place is. Honestly, whenever I come here, I always go with the al pastor. Even though it's not carved off the trompo, I think the marinade here really makes it pop and that's why it's always my go-to. But for the sake of this video and tasting diversity, I will also get the carnitas. You're welcome. So first up, here we have the carnitas taco. Let's give it a try. Honestly, this is pretty solid. I feel like a lot of times carnitas can be really dry, but this one is really tender. It could use more juice, but I really like how it's crispy and you definitely get those nice caramelized edges, which gives you that smoky flavor that you're craving. And the pork flavor in here is also really prominent. It's just fatty enough for it to be really flavorful. And that red salsa on top adds this nice acidity that cuts through the richness of the fat. Pretty solid carnitas. And now onto my favorite, the al pastor. I don't remember it being this spicy, but It's still really good. Even though the marinade is definitely on the spicier side today, it's really, really nice because it adds this nice acidity and sweetness and brightness to the pork. You can definitely taste that adobo sauce in there. And along with those crunchy onions, it's just the perfect bite. And also the pork here is so tender and juicy. That's what I really like about it. And I almost forgot to mention, I really love the tacos here because of the corn tortillas. They're so nicely grilled. They have this mild, sweet corn flavor to it that's really, really hearty and nice. So good. So right now we're here at Take Eat Easy Gong Lai. This place first opened in Sather Lane around 5 years ago, but they're now located in the campus building. This is a super small mom and pop counter, and what they specialize in is actually Hong Kong style cafe food. As some of you guys already know, I'm born and raised in Hong Kong, so I'm really excited to check out some of the items here for the first time ever. We're gonna try a little bit of everything today, so we're gonna start off with fish balls and siu mai. These are the most iconic popular street food you'll ever find in Hong Kong, so it's just a super nostalgic must-get for me. As for entree, I'm gonna try the Hainan chicken rice, and we're gonna finish off the meal with Gong Sik Lai Ta, Hong Kong style milk tea. So here we have the gali yu dan. As the name itself suggests, it usually comes with some kind of satay or curry sauce, which is what we're seeing here. Let's give it a try. The fishball here is nicely bouncy and springy, very dan-a, with a mild fish fragrance that's really nice. The curry sauce here actually packs some quite of heat as well. It's savory and it also has a touch of earthiness and sweetness, quite yummy, pretty good. And now let's try the siu mai, which comes with a chili sauce. This is some dang shit right here. Very, very authentic to the ones that I grew up with. It's soft, but it also has that firmness and bounce to it. It's quite chewy, and you're definitely getting that classic fish savoriness in the flavoring. And that chili sauce right here kind of adds this nice layer of sweetness and umami to the whole siu mai. And by the way, the street food kind of siu mai is completely different than the pork and shrimp versions that you'll find in dim sum restaurants, such that these ones are actually made with fish and cassava paste, which gives it that chewy, mochi-like texture. And the reason for this is because fish was historically just a cheaper alternative in Hong Kong compared to pork and shrimp. And that accessibility and affordability is essentially how it took off as a Hong Kong street food. And personally, I just prefer the fish siu mai over the dim sum ones. Now let's try the Hainan chicken rice, which comes with 3 kinds of sauces: the sweet soy sauce, ginger scallion, as well as chili sauce. This usually comes with chicken rice that's cooked in chicken stock, but unfortunately, I'm coming here during the summer break, so they're only offering white rice. Such a bummer, but let's give it a try. Gonna dip in the sauces. The chicken itself is quite tender. I do wish it's a bit juicier, but that said, it has this really nice gelatinous skin. It has a nice chew. In terms of the chicken flavor itself, I would say it's on the milder side. I wouldn't say it's super heavily flavored. You definitely do have to rely on the sauces. Those sauces, that's what gives it so much flavor and depth. You're getting that sweet savory flavor from the sweet soy sauce, the fragrance from the ginger and scallion, and that nice heat and acidity from the chili sauce. I'm still a little disappointed that I couldn't try the chicken rice because that is such an important part of this dish. Let me know down in the comments if you ever get to try the rice because I would love to know. And finally, we're gonna finish off with Hong Kong style milk tea. Let's give it a try. Not gonna lie, it's way too sweet for me. I did ask for less sweet already, but this is still too sweet. The evaporated milk in there is strong. And I wish the tea flavor was more pronounced as well. I know they brewed their tea in-house. It would be even nicer if the Ceylon tea flavor is stronger. That said, the whole drink itself is really creamy, it's really smooth. It really kind of tastes like a dessert if that's what you're looking for. I think next time I'm gonna get it without sugar. So right now we're here at Hui Lau Shan. This is a dessert chain that originated back in Hong Kong in the 1960s. And they have many joints around the US and across the globe now. They're really well known for their mango-themed desserts, and the reason why I'm featuring this chain is because Hui Lau Shan and I go way back. I used to have it almost every day after school because they had all these afternoon tea discounts, and I got really fat back then. So the ironic yet super tragic thing about Hui Lau Shan is that even though it originated in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong branch went bankrupt a few years ago, so you cannot find it in Hong Kong anymore. It's gone, wiped out, vanished forever, just like that. It's honestly one of the most fucked up things that's ever happened in the history of Hong Kong, along with a few other things. So right here we have the pomelo and mango sago. It basically comes with a mango slushy base with sago, and it's topped with coconut milk and slush and pomelo bits as well. Also a mango sorbet at the center. All right, let's give it a try. Oh my god, you have no idea how nostalgic this is for me. So what's really special about this Hong Kong dessert is that it just has an amazing contrast of flavors here. The pomelo in here provides this bright, citrusy, acidic touch, and it's great to counter all that sweetness from that mango. And the mangoes here are super juicy, really soft, and just so fresh. And what I like about this dessert is that there's coconut slush, so it really adds this nice creaminess that just rounds everything out nicely. The mango sorbet is icy, it's refreshing, and then those chewy balls just add another layer of texture. They're just super fun to eat because they're really doughy and really cute. So good. And here we have the mango pancake. You should come here early if you want to get this because they sell out real fast. Let's give it a try. Oh my god. This right here is seriously hitting the spot for me. What I really like about this dessert is that the pancake is actually kind of like a crepe. It's nicely soft and chewy, and then inside you get this lovely cream that is nice and thick. And the highlight is definitely the mangoes inside. They're ripened, they're juicy, so soft. It just adds such a lovely brightness to a creamy dessert. If you want something that's richer and denser as a dessert, this is perfect for you. And lastly, here we have the mango mochi. It has some coconut flakes on top. Let's give it a try. Look at how fancy this wrapper is. It's all gold and stuff. I think some flakes just went down my throat. So first things first, the mochi here has incredible texture. What I really like about it is that it's not overly soft. It still has like a firmness to it that makes it chewy. And then when you get to the center, you just get this burst of juicy mango sweetness from the fruit itself. The coconut flakes, even though it almost killed me, also adds a nice fragrance overall. Very, very nice. So right now we're here at Im Tai, a Berkeley staple that's been around for almost 10 years. Even though they've earned a spot on the Michelin Guide and is super popular among locals and students, it's still very much mom and pop run, and they're serving some of the most authentic Bangkok-style Thai food here in the Bay Area. So my go-tos here will always be the roti with Thai curry dip, spicy fried rice with beef, and their signature pad ki mao. And I love adding a few dollars to upgrade it to crispy pork belly. So here we have the roti with red Thai curry dip. I'm gonna try the roti first. So good. The roti is perfectly crispy, it's buttery, it's flaky, and the version that they have here is definitely on the thinner side. It's not as puffy as the ones that you would get at Malaysian or Singaporean places, but it's still packed with flavor and texture. Just look at that. The inside is so soft and the outside is just so crispy. And now I'm gonna try it with the red curry sauce. This is a flavor bomb right here. The red curry here is so flavorful, it just gives me fireworks in my mouth. You get this rich and creamy flavor from the coconut milk, and then it just strikes the right balance of sweet, tangy, salty, spicy, and dipping that super crispy roti into the curry is just so good. And here we have the spicy fried rice with beef. It's loaded with eggs, green beans, bell peppers, basil, and onions. Definitely some Thai chilies in there as well. All right, let's give it a try. Oh my god, the rice itself is perfectly fried. You can just tell when each grain is separate and it's coated in that smoky flavor. You can see the char on the rice. You're also getting that garlicky, sweet, salty flavors from that Thai chili and the basil. There's a really nice, fragrant, peppery finish to the rice as well. The only criticism I have for the fried rice is that the beef can be a bit dry, but other than that, the flavors here are so bold, so smoky, so amazing that I just find myself grabbing more bites, even though I'm getting full. And here we have my absolute favorite dish from this restaurant, the pad ki mao with crispy pork belly. All right, let's give it a try. In my opinion, what Im Tai does that makes them really stand out amongst the other Thai restaurants here is the wok hei. They actually have a chef in there just walking it up. You can only get this kind of caramelization from really high heat from the wok. It just gives this amazing seared aroma to the noodles. You can taste it. And what I love about these noodles is that they're perfectly bouncy and chewy, not overly soggy. I just really hate it when at some places the noodles clump together. Here, you can actually separate the sheets individually. That's how you know it's cooked perfectly. And they're just perfect for soaking up all that garlicky basil sauce with a hint of sweetness. You're definitely getting those flavors of peppery, smoky, sweet, and spicy all in one bite. And don't even get me started on the crispy pork belly. It just adds another layer of rich, savory, umami crunch to the entire dish. It just takes it to a whole new level. So fatty and juicy and flavorful. One thing that I want to note about this place is that the consistency of the wok hei and the noodle texture can vary. It can be a hit or miss depending on whether the Thai chef is in the house or not. But I got lucky that today's plate is spot on. And when they nail it like this, it's just so damn good. So for our last stop, we are here at Great China. This place is basically a Berkeley institution. They've been established since 1985. Until this day, they're still family run. So here at Great China, they claim to specialize in Northern Chinese cuisine, but I personally find the menu to be a bit more Americanized with some Hakka and Cantonese dishes sprinkled in. So whenever I dine here, I only care to order one thing and one thing only, and that is their Peking duck. They actually do a pretty decent one here, and I would say it's almost on par with the one at Boiling Beijing in San Bruno, which is my #1 here in the Bay Area. By the way, I actually made a video about this place place, so if you're also a Peking duck fanatic like I am, you should go check it out after. Anyway, time to get down to business. We're gonna start off with the Mei Tai Ko Roll, Mui Choi Kao Yo, thrice cooked pork belly with pickled mustard greens. Oh my god, in English it's hella long. We're also gonna get their signature Peking duck and then use the duck bones for the soup. So here we have the Mui Choi Kao Yo. In case you guys didn't know, this is actually a Hakka dish, but they do it pretty well here. Underneath those slices of pork belly is a bed of preserved mustard greens. Just look at those layers right here. Let's give it a try. The pork here is ridiculously tender. That fat is just melt in my mouth. Flavor-wise, you're getting this rich and slightly sweet profile from the braising sauce. And meanwhile, the mustard greens here are really soft and savory with a gentle tang. It really helps balance the richness and the fattiness of the pork. I must say though, the fatty and sweet flavors, it does get a little bit rich after a few bites, so it's best to pair it with rice. Gonna give it a big bite. When you mix everything together, the balance is just yin and yang. You get the acid and savoriness from those mustard greens, and then the pork is juicy, fatty, and also a bit sweet. The rice just helps balance those two things out. Such a flavorful bite. Here we have the absolute star of the show, the Peking duck. It comes with hoisin sauce, scallions, and thin pancakes. So how they do it in Great China is that they serve the skin right on top, and then underneath it is the shredded meat. All right, let's try the skin first. And just so you can hear how crispy it is. Not as crispy as boiling Beijing, but still pretty good. I do think it can be even crispier, but that said, I do really like that layer of rendered fat that just kind of dissolves in your tongue. It's glossy, it's a little smoky, pretty satisfying. And now let's try the duck meat by itself. I love this soup. The meat is lean, tender, and really moist. I like. Texture is pretty on point and it's nicely shredded. And now I'm gonna do the whole shebang and wrap it with everything. All right, gonna try it with a crepe. Oh my god. God, I love Peking duck. This is so good. I think the duck here is definitely more flavorful than the one at Boiling Beijing. It's more savory. And again, what I really love about the Peking duck experience is the contrast between the crispy skin and the tender, moist duck meat. And when you add those scallions and hoisin sauce, it just makes it so fragrant. You're really getting that sweet, savory richness from the entire bite. And what impresses me the most is actually the crepe. It is so paper thin. You can just tell as you're peeling it open. Also, I feel the need to address this from the reviews. A lot of them are saying that they wish they had baos instead of the crepe. Sorry for being an absolute snob here, but Beijing-style Peking duck, it always traditionally comes with crepe. That is the most correct, most authentic, most traditional way. And if it comes with buns, it's probably a Cantonese establishment with Cantonese duck. And that's a totally different dish in itself. And again, the crepes here are really, really good, which is why it ranks pretty high on my Peking duck list. And finally, we're gonna end the meal with duck bone soup, where we use all the remaining bones from the duck. It comes with napa cabbage and this beautiful clear broth. Let's give it a try. Oh my god, the soup here is packed with flavor. It's just so comforting. You're definitely getting that duck essence in there. You can taste the savoriness from those duck bones. That slight acid from the vinegar is also really nice in here. And then the napa cabbage is nicely blanched, has a great texture, and it adds this earthy flavor to the soup. This is honestly such a great way to cleanse your palate after a rich meal. It just warms your soul, you know? You know what? Fuck using the spoon. So good. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for coming on this tour with us. I plan to cover other parts of Berkeley in future videos from north to south to west. So please let me know down in the comments below which restaurants you'd like me to check out. And if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more food tours around the Bay Area and beyond, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!